right, so real quick, before we do the normal car intro, I figured I would show you guys my pre and intro workout supplementation here. So I'll show you what I throw in here. So pre-workout, roughly about 20 to 30 minutes before I work out. 1 scoop of transparent labs bulk. I know bulk in a cut, what? In a contest prep, that's crazy. It has no bulking ingredients in it. It doesn't even have creatine in it. But speaking of creatine, even in a contest prep, what? 5 grams of really any brand creatine. I got this from Vitamin Shop. It was buy one, get one half off, or buy one, get one free a while ago. I think it was buy one, get one half off. Stocked up a little bit. 5 grams of creatine mixed in with that pre-workout. Ton of citrulline, good amount of beta-alanine, phenomenal pumps and strength with that combo for sure. I mean, the pumps and strength obviously mainly comes from the food you're consuming, but that helps a little bit. Intra-workout. 1 scoop of your choice of essential amino acids. I always look for one that has at least 8 grams in it, total of essential amino acids per serving. 1 scoop of Jack Factory Growth Surge, has a little bit more creatine in it. I usually try to keep my creatine between 8 to 10 grams a day, even on prep. Yes, I know it's crazy. And then also we have just some good old plain L-glutamine powder. I already had, I have 10 grams of this intra-workout as well. I already had 10 grams of L-glutamine and a serving of essential amino acids when I did my fasted cardio. So that will be the last bit of glutamine I have for the day. Anyways, here is the normal car intro. All right, back for the normal car intro. Hopefully you enjoyed that little tidbit on my pre-workout and intra-workout supplementation. That is what I take every single day that I am training. So anyways, yeah, figured I'd include it, why not? What do we got on the docket today, Teach? Well, we got a push day, our push A session. One of my favorite workouts. I mean, to be honest with you, they're really all my favorite workouts. I will say right now, we are going to be taking out any of those sets of like 5. Maybe still keep a set of 6 in there if we can. Maybe a set of 5 or 6 here and there on certain exercises. But to be honest with you, for right now, now that we are within 3 weeks, guys, as of yesterday, we are logically under 3 weeks. Yesterday was officially 3 weeks out. What we're trying to do at this point is just kind of work with fatigue management. Really trying to, at this point, any type of training I do is going to help me keep muscle tissue. So I got to be pretty smart in these last couple weeks. I still want to train very, very hard, but I don't want to train so hard to the point where these last couple weeks my body doesn't recover as well. And especially as a natural competitor, that is, the point of enhanced competition is really, if you're enhanced, the only thing it's doing for you is helping you recover more than anything. That is the whole point of any sort of PEDs, is just to expedite that recovery process and make it much more efficient. For me, I have to be very, very leery these last couple weeks as my recovery is in a pretty vulnerable spot. So you'll see me, well, you actually won't see this, but I'll voice it now. I will throw in a little extra warm-up as well. Like again, maybe do a couple, maybe instead of just 1 rotation with some band and plate work to get everything nice and warmed up, maybe I'll do 2 full rotations. You know what I mean? And you'll see me kind of using more, or again, probably not see it, but I'll talk about it more. I will do a little bit more warming up these last couple weeks to get everything kind of lubricated up and ready to rock so the joints and muscles aren't feeling overly stiff. When you have that abundance of food in your body's just like recovering like that, it is, I've noticed, of course, and it makes sense, my warm-ups, I can just hop right in with a lot of stuff, you know what I mean? And it's very exercise dependent. Like I like starting with pressing and chest days and, and on push days, I should say. So it is very exercise dependent. Certain workouts I can literally just hop right in and go without any sort of band or plate work or whatever to warm up. But yeah, so push day on the docket. First exercise is some incline Smith machine bench press. Again, trying to keep even the top sets still in between that like 6 to 8 rep range. And then back off sets somewhere between maybe 10 and 12, 10 and 15 at the most reps. And yeah, we'll go from there. So I will see you guys in a sec. So first movement here, we have a incline Smith machine bench press here. Again, we're going for a top set of 6 here. We got 2 plates and a 5 on each side. Last week we did 2 plates and a 10 for 5. This week we did 2 plates and a 5 for 6. So right about the same, pretty close. Again, strength as of right now, and I'll talk about this in my outro a little bit more, is definitely not at an all-time high, but still feeling pretty good as we are just under 3 weeks out. So this was the first exercise here. We did 3 total working sets here, 1 top set and then 2 back off sets. Then we had a wide grip machine press. This one I actually went 5 pounds heavier than last week. I did get a rep short of where I was at last week, so this will be kind of the weight that I will work at, or what, especially when I'm starting my off season. This is kind of the weight in which we'll, start with as our top set. But we did 3 total sets here. This is the top set here. Then we did a back off set, and then 1 more kind of higher rep third set. Then we have pec deck. This is actually my back off set. So my working set was, I believe, a top set of 6 with, 270. And this was my back off set of 9 with 235. I actually lowered the seat for the bench just 1 peg today. Felt a lot better, actually. Felt like I was taking a little bit more of my shoulders out of it, getting a little more chest activation. So we're going to go rock there. Felt nice and strong here. I think this is 235 for a set of 9. So usually that top set I keep in between the 6 to 8 rep range, and then that back off set, I'll drop the weight 15, 20% or so, or at least 10 to 20%, and then do a set of usually 8 to 10 or so. Then we have one of my favorite, if not my favorite all-time, I'd say it is. It's got to be my favorite all-time side builder here, excuse me. We have a machine side lateral here. We're trying to load the weight on the pads just above the elbow. Again, kind of staying a little bit further back from the seat itself. We're not trying to lean too far into it. We're essentially trying to get a nice full range of motion, bringing the arms just above the side of the body, just above parallel. And really flexing at the top and controlling that retraction on the way down. This one I'm pretty strong on. I think I did 250. The machine max is out at 207.5. So I ended up having to add a couple 25-pound plates to this bad boy. And we did a top set of 8, and then we did a myo rep match set of 8 as well, and then dropped down to 225 and did a set of 10. So again, really blasts the side delt here. Then moved on to triceps. So what you're going to see here, this one I can't take credit for. Dr. Mike Israetel, this one I stole from you. It is a wider grip straight bar push down. This is actually my 3rd set. So I'd already done 2 sets with this weight for a pretty fair amount of extra reps on each of those sets. My triceps at this point, between pressing and these two sets prior to this of push downs, were pretty fried. Like I said, 3 total working sets here. I'd keep the weight medium heavy, really focus on bringing that weight up, stretching it, driving those elbows back at least slightly, and then getting that full range of motion and flexing the tricep hard at the bottom of the movement. Okay, so again, 3 working sets here. And then to kind of close out the push day, or the actual push portion of this day, and this one I kept both arms in. It has become one of my favorite exercises. Again, I cannot take credit for this variation. This is a variation from a guy named John Jewett, who is a phenomenal former 212 and now open bodybuilder. I absolutely love his physique and his training methodology as well. Phenomenal physique. So again, what I'm doing here is I am using a cuff, and I showed this last week, but I wanted to explain it just a little bit more. I'm using a cuff for these one-arm pushdowns, and the reason I'm doing that is I have found that any and all exercises I can take the actual grip out of, I focus more on that muscle group. So like for cable side laterals, for example, you'll see this, and you've already seen it actually in previous videos. If you've been keeping up with the series, I do the same thing. I do cuffs on cable side laterals as well. It just works really well. And again, it's taking the actual, grip out of it, so it is not a limiting factor. We are just really using the muscle at hand here. So again, for triceps here, looking a little bit more even dialed in than the last time I did this exercise last week, so that's great. Again, just kind of that skin is looking thinner and thinner around the muscle. That's awesome. Definitely need more of a tan. I'm still white as a sheet, so I got tanning 3 days this week and then some outside work as well that I'm hoping will help me get more of a tan. But yeah, we did 2 total working sets here, obviously both arms. Did a top set, I think it was like maybe 60 pounds per arm for 10 or 11 an arm, I think. And then we did 50 pounds for 13 per arm. So it felt really good. And that kind of concludes the push portion. But before we left, we have to, of course, hit some calves. Today, stuck with the old school seated calf, using 4 plates here. What I'm doing here, and you can see I'm really controlling that retraction on the way down, and I'm not coming back up out of the hole or the bottom of the movement until I feel that calf stretch all the way down. That stretch, that downward stretch, is the most important part of any calf movement for sure. So we did 4 working sets here, 45-second breaks in between each of these sets, so they move quick. We're loading the crap out of the calves, and then we're getting out of there. We have 3 sessions of calves this week, as again, we're getting closer and closer to show day. All right, y'all. Push A session complete. Great workout, man. I'll tell you what, that's exactly what we want out of a push session for sure. No doubt about it. Felt really good. Strength is definitely taking a hit for sure, which is totally normal, especially at this point. I mean, we're within, under 3 weeks out at this point. So if anything, I think it'd be weird if my strength wasn't taking a little bit of a hit. I've noticed it kind of just progressively, slowly, not a lot. In some sets, actually, I was doing really good on. So, and matching, rep matching with, previous weeks, and even, getting a little bit more weight for, the same amount of reps. So that was good, but definitely feel that strength taking a little bit of a hit, definitely getting sapped a little bit. But anyways, yeah, man. So still really good workout, still very good. Definitely going to be kind of pumping the brakes a little bit on the training once we hit that 2-week out mark. And what I mean by that is essentially raising the repetitions a little bit and lowering the weight a little bit as well, just to make sure we're preventing any kind of injury, really not taking too hard of a hit as far as fatigue goes. And then that last week before I compete during my peak week, that will actually be a deload week, which is going to be awesome. So at the same time, I'm feeding my body up because I'm going to be front loading, which we'll talk more about at the beginning of my peak week. At the same time I'm feeding my body up, I'm also going to be, lowering inflammation, lowering fatigue. So it should be the perfect storm for my body, looking very fresh and very full come show day. So that'll be really awesome. But again, we'll talk more about that as we get closer. But yeah, today's workout, absolute success. Felt really good. Strength, like I said, not perfect, but dang near perfect. Close. Still very strong. So still was feeling good. But yeah, hopefully y'all enjoyed. Tomorrow and today and tomorrow both will be early uploads because it is Memorial Day. So hopefully y'all are having a happy, fun, safe Memorial Day weekend. Enjoy that time with your family and friends. Last time I checked, we were at 135 subscribers already within literally a week. That's awesome, guys. I appreciate all the love and the feedback. All the messages I've been getting. I've gotten, a handful of different, messages on Instagram and Facebook about the channel and about, some posts I've made. So that's been awesome. I appreciate that. Again, any and all feedback y'all got from me, please feel free to leave it in the comments or message me. That'd be awesome. But yeah, we're going to keep going and growing. Make sure you like and comment, share the channel to your family and friends, subscribe. And like I said, we're going to keep this content train rolling every single day. So a couple more weeks, guys. That is it until we be stepping on stage. This week, expect some clips from posing as well. I know I had some pictures on social media, but I haven't really uploaded any posing clips. So expect some posing clips from this week. And yeah, man, I'm excited. I'm very excited. We're closing in. I'm very excited to hop on stage. So yeah. So today's lesson, again, was a push A day. Today's lesson is complete. I'm going to go home and cut my lawn. And for today, I'm the Natty Teacher.